Welcome to the Night Moves podcast, everybody.
We just had a saucy 15 minutes that we were ramming up. That's
we
right.
were having a good time. Let's introduce our guest here. We're joined from the Durag and The Deertag, the third member. We know the whole backstory because we already heard the story, but that's fucking, it didn't get recorded, but.
I do love that for a part of me, as enraged as I am right now, I'm like kind of happy that we were all just so excited to start.
Yeah.
That we were like, you know what? I totally forgot like the most important part of this. I would say that the most important part of a podcast is the recording part of it.
Yeah. Well, that's why we are where we are in the pecking order of podcasts. But we were joined by Rob Cruz, everybody.
Rob Cruz, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the podcast, buddy.
Back. Oh, fuck. Anyway, that's our podcast.
Wait, so you were in Dayton.
I was in Dayton.
Yeah. So we're starting a story over. You're in Dayton.
Yeah. I met this guy. We were talking about like shitty towns and like people's jobs in shitty towns. This guy, as soon as I started the conversation, because he was sitting there at the bar and he had this odd look. He would like stare off, like there's a TV on, but he was looking at the TV, but he wasn't watching it.
How old would you say this guy is?
60, 55.
Okay.
So he had just had this odd look in his eyes, and I wanted to know why. And I go, "What do you do?" He goes, "I work at he worked at the beef factory, right?" Which was what he said. And his job was
starting shit.
No, his job. So the cattle would come in.
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Starting shit.
Start shit at the beef factory.
Oh,
God damn,
I like that.
You got to take a lap.
Yeah.
That's a
Starting
lap.
beef at the.
You got to take a lap.
Yeah,
Come on.
Go
You
up.
know what?
Nothing.
You know what?
Nothing.
You know, I will put that on me. That is my fault. That's my fault.
Jesus fucking Christ. Thank you. Not bad. That could have been fun.
Could have been fun.
I thought it was fun.
Thank you.
I was trying to put it together. I was like, shit,
that's
cows, manure.
I know.
I went
shit
cows.
at the beef factory.
Cows.
His job was to start the fights. Good fucking work.
Come on. All right.
But no, his job, the cattle would come in, and he would execute each cattle. He would electrocute it right here all day, 8 hours.
That explains the weird look in his eyes.
Yeah, dude. Imagine he's just he's like, I probably killed. I'm like, how many have you killed in your life? Because I've been there for 30 years. I probably killed like 500,000 cows.
Oh my god!
You know, there's no way he didn't at least once get bored enough at work. The next cow comes up on the conveyor belt and he goes, "Would you like to flip a coin?" There's no way he didn't do it. There's no way he didn't do it.
Do you have to probably start playing some games? I don't think you can go through 30 years of your life, 8-hour shifts, just stunning a cow to death and not become a fucking monster. Like,
So he was stunned.
Yeah,
He was.
crazy.
They were killing them.
he would have like a electric, like a taser, like a fucking prod.
It wasn't like the No Country for Old Men.
I don't.
The
I
piston.
didn't. I quickly stopped. Like I quickly went back to the game after this conversation, so I didn't get in the detail of what tool he used.
So wait. So was the conversation kind of like he explained? He's like, yeah. Well, I kill cows. I've probably been there 30 years. I probably killed about 500,000 cows.
Mm-hmm.
Who's keeping track though? And you're like, okay. Well, it's nice talking to you. And
Yeah.
he's like, okay.
And boy, is my soul tired.
And then did he just stare forlornly into like the back bar, or did he go? So anyway, back to killing cows. I'd like to talk to you about this for as long as possible.
He knew. He was reluctant to tell me what. Like he knew.
Well, not only is he 30 years of killing cows, but it's also 30 years of telling people that he kills cows.
Yeah.
I'm saying like he knew that it wouldn't be like I wouldn't be like awesome, you know. He felt
just like damn.
He was like fuck. I
You know what happens when you're that guy and you die? You don't go to hell, and you don't go to heaven. You go to cow heaven, and that will be your hell. Just
Damn.
millions of cow, every single cow you've seen,
just
you're like,
mooing.
just mooing at you.
Fuck.
But they're in heaven. They got to be cool, but you know you're not welcome.
What would be your worst version of hell?
Hell, probably. Getting my skin ripped off by demons.
Textbook hell.
Fire.
Regular
textbook
hell's good
hell.
enough
So
for
you
you?
think regular hell would be quite fine? Would be I would consider that pretty bad, honestly.
Yeah,
So
I'll
you think
take
they-
hell neat.
Do you think they nailed it with
I
hell?
love the idea of the devil hearing people say that. Like, what's your personal hell? And the devil's like, it's perfect.
I've been doing focus groups forever. I made the worst place. It's awful down here.
I've been
This place sucked.
I thought I made it shitty. What the fuck? People want different hell? That's all right.
Fucking haters, man.
I know. What about you, Lou?
My personal hell?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I was just thinking. You ever think the devil gets pissed that he's the one that had to be under the ground?
No, I think he loves it.
He requested
He or
underground.
she.
Wasn't he banished?
Wasn't
Wasn't that how it worked?
You know what's crazy? They never. You know how they're always like God.
God was like, Lucifer, get in the ground.
Yeah.
No more clouds for you. Get in the ground.
Living in Dad's basement, basically.
They're always like God could be a woman. Like people say that shit. You know. They never say the devil could be a woman. You never ever hear that.
Damn, dude.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's fucking talk about
And
it.
let's talk about this unfair world that we live in.
I mean, it is very ladylike to hold a grudge for eternity.
They do. I mean, they do make the devil gay in a lot of stuff.
Sure.
Like this, like every time, like I think prior to the 2000s, every time they had like the devil in something, they made the devil like a little gay.
Also, I think it's cool that every time you see the devil like in a show or TV, he's always like wearing a good suit. Like he's never like a fucking like
slob.
schlubby slob. He's always in like a nice tailored suit.
He's
with,
got like
good
fingers
facial
like
hair.
Dorito stains on his sweatpants and shit.
Yeah.
He does go to the gym. The devil does train to be the devil. You can't live down there in those conditions and not be in shape.
Yeah, I mean, and you're in the sauna too.
You're in the sauna, man.
No
Like,
toxins.
the last thing if you're the devil, the last thing you can be is fatigued when you got that type of shit to pull off every day.
True.
You got to put people through hell.
But what do you think he just likes to do, man, to let off some steam?
He likes to go down to Georgia and plays fiddle for.
I love challenging retards to fiddle offs, dude.
Oh, that's a good question. What does the devil do for just to like get his rocks off?
I've been doing the cold water plunge. It's been really it's really awesome. Like I've just been feeling like I have a lot more energy to torment souls.
He plays.
Yeah.
I think he plays pickleball. Shit, my bad.
Pick up.
No, it's potential spam.
Okay.
So I don't even know who that is. Nah, man, the devil's fucked up. I hope he's not real.
Dude, honestly.
I really hope the devil's not real, man.
Sometimes
Yeah,
I
I'll
just
fuck
go
with
to
that
youth
guy.
group. I raise my hand. I'd be like, y'all, the devil's fucked up.
Yo, I don't like what the devil has to say.
Did you grow up religious at all?
No, so my mom is Jewish. My dad is like Southern Catholic. So I didn't really believe in either, but my mom tried to get me into Sunday school for a little bit, and I just didn't like
Tapped
it.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
And I would just go to the nurse all the time.
Southern Catholic
That's
is
a mix
wild.
'em up I've never considered.
Yeah. Neither of them like were really practicing.
Yeah.
Like it was more like cultural. For
What
both of
Sunday
them.
school? Like Jewish Sunday school?
Yeah, Hebrew
Oh, shit,
school.
Hebrew school.
And dude, it's so easy to freak out Hebrew school nurses.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Why?
You would just be like, my stomach hurts. I'd be like, what? Your stomach hurts? Get the fuck out of here.
Oh shit! So they don't even want to help you, really. That's a terrible.
They're all hypochondriacs. Yeah.
That's the easiest nurse to be. Like, get him out. He's sick. I can't fucking deal with that shit. Oh shit. So
So yeah, both my parents were just trying to please their family. Like I got baptized and had a bris,
oh nice.
and neither family knew. On the other side.
Really?
Yeah.
So they didn't attend to either one.
My
Same
Jewish
ceremony,
family,
too.
Just,
That would be great to dip the penis in the holy water.
Yeah.
Afterwards, just cool it off.
Oh, dude, that's how you do a spell.
Yeah.
That's a spell if I've ever heard one.
wait, what do you mean cool at all? Did they heat yours up like a hot?
I mean, it's. I don't remember it, but I can imagine that it burned.
Yeah. I guess we're talking about
The
circumcision.
rabbi cleaned his
Yeah.
lips off in the holy water.
Oh my god, dude! Come on, man.
Did you hear about that?
No, I
There was a rabbi giving all these babies herpes.
Really?
Yeah, because
Damn.
like
See what's
I guess there's like
Or the moil, they said.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
supposed to
the
suck
more-
the blood out or something like that. There's like a
is that true?
yeah, I don't know. It's some Jewish.
Wow.
It's some like
That's what I
Some
heard.
Jewish shit. No, it's like I guess like if super orthodox.
Damn.
Obviously, it's not like weird. They're like, hey, you
Not
gotta.
a lot of people talk about it. It's a sore subject.
Brother. Let's go.
I'm here to help
Welcome
my
to the
friends
Night
out.
Moves
Thanks for
podcast,
Put her there.
everybody. Welcome to the Night Moves
Thanks for having
podcast.
me.
Chaim. God damn.
Lie, bitch.
Damn. Yo, the circumcision thing, don't get it. I don't know how it caught on.
Yeah.
STDs. It was an STD. Oh, I mean, aside from the whole Jew thing in the 80s when the STDs.
Yo, can you be careful, man?
What?
You can't say it like that, okay? The whole Jew thing, that could be taken so many different ways.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I mean, it's no skin off my dick. So.
Hey,
come on.
welcome to the podcast.
podcast, everybody.
But do you still have yours?
My foreskin?
Yeah.
Keep it in my wallet. No.
It's in a little chain.
Yeah, I have to use it for ID when I go into Israel.
I don't, I
Did
guess.
you do that?
What?
Did you do birthright?
No, I didn't. It just didn't interest me that much. And I heard that it's just like dangerous over
They
there.
just try to get you to join the IDF. Is all they try to do, from what I've heard.
Yeah, I heard it's.
Now's
really
a bad
fun.
time to go.
Yeah, not a lot
Now's
of
a
birthrights
very
right now.
bad time.
Yeah, I don't know. Wait, so it was to control STDs, the circumcisions.
Yeah, they thought that was a leading cause and it spread. It was foreskin.
So you're here, you're sitting here, you're a guy with total.
STDs, yeah.
No, I'm saying, I'm saying you got your whole unit intact.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah. All 11 inches of it, dude.
Oh,
Perfect.
Extra skin. How much is extra skin and how much is workable penis?
I've
It's
seen
like
his-
3 inches workable penis and then 8 inches of just a non-inflated balloon. Dude.
No, you've got a decent
got-
uncut piece, because every night, like I've had friends who have uncut pieces, and like they got hangers on them. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
There are some weird ones.
They
out there
got
for
some
sure.
flap on them. You got like you can.
Oh,
you
so
can
you
tell,
don't have flap on you?
You can tell you got flap, but it's very subtle flap. You know,
Yeah, no. It's not like
it's
yeah, it doesn't look like a sunflower, you know, where it's just like the
Yeah.
stem and then.
Yeah, you've seen it.
yeah. I've seen his penis.
How'd you see it?
Oh, dude, all
brother.
sorts of ways, dude.
Damn.
all sorts of ways.
Name away. They've seen it that way.
I've seen it.
Freaky Friday, you guys switch by.
Oh, there was that time we pissed off that witch.
I mean, I've seen it in the bathroom. Like, we've crossed streams. I've seen it inside of a person.
You've seen it inside of a person.
And he was
So
in the person. He was seeing it
Also-
from the inside of that person.
Yeah, it was my mom many years ago.
I had sex with my mom.
I was
when
born. I got back in there. She
Damn.
swallowed
Was
me.
she working at the beef factory? Come on.
Hey!
Let's go,
Let's go.
everybody.
We're firing. We don't even need those first 15 minutes, man.
We've told this story, I think, on the
Not to rob.
but I there was a night when we were
There were a few
when we
nights.
were wearing a younger man's pair of jeans, and you were visiting Los Angeles when I was living there.
Yeah.
And he got a really nice hotel room, and I was living on a twin air mattress in a living room. So he's like, "Do you want to get fucked up and stay at my hotel room tonight?" And I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, that's nice.
So we got real banged up. We were participating in some extracurricular activities, crushing beers, and then at 6 a.m, he was like, "Yeah, this girl's coming over," and I was like, "The sun is up," and he's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Is she cool?" He's like, and I texted her if she wanted to come over, and I told her what's happening, and
Is she cool?
she went, yes, I'll come over and hang out. I was like, so you're going to try to, this girl's going to come and have sex? And he's like, yes, probably. And I was like, okay.
Nice.
So, there, things are happening.
And you're like, I'm going to stay.
And I was just chill. Well, I was doing a lot of cocaine at the time.
Sean smoked cigarettes in the hotel room and watched me and this girl fuck for a good amount of time.
No, here's the thing. I wasn't
Damn.
really watching. I was kind of like chaperoning, because I was just in front of a big pile of drugs, listening to Big Country by Big Country on repeat, by the way. I probably listened to it 15 times in a row. And when you're that high on drugs, every single time the bagpipe fucking guitar pedal pops in for the first time, you're like, yeah, they just don't make music like this anymore, which I reminded them of probably 8 or 9 times. But
But what part of the room were you in?
the TV.
Yo,
You were the TV.
No, so here's the bed, And probably 4 feet away is like a little marble countertop with a TV on it. And I'm just.
What was there 2 twins or 1 king?
Oh, it was 1 king.
Okay.
And he was.
And sounded like there was one
boy,
king.
I was fucking.
And he was.
How many big countries did Lou last?
Dude, a long time. In fact, there was one point where I was like, I'm going to go smoke a cigarette outside. And I was like, yo, folks, I'm going to go smoke a cigarette outside, but I'll be right back in. So don't freak out when a guy comes in while you're having sex. And they're like, okay. And I'm out there. I take a while. I'm like, I hope they stop having sex by the time I come in. And they're just like fucking really going at it. And they both were like, like gasped. I was like, why are you guys surprised?
Yeah, I told you.
What do you think's going on here?
Dude, my girlfriend, every time I see her, like if she's asleep or if she's at the house and I come in, she freaks out every single time. It doesn't matter if I had just left the room.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm like, who did you think this was going to be? I said, I'll be right back.
Are you wearing headphones when this happens?
Am I?
Yeah.
No.
I find I'm usually wearing like ear pods in, and my 5'0" girlfriend will scare the fucking shit out of me.
Yeah.
Just by like, she'll just walk into the kitchen and I'll like make a noise that I'm not proud of.
Damn. You have a tiny girlfriend.
Tiny Puerto Rican girlfriend.
Cool. Oh, I have a regular sized Puerto Rican girlfriend.
Oh, nice.
Dude, very fun stuff.
Yes.
She
She is scary, even though she's small, but.
Oh, yeah, dude. Does she have road rage?
Yeah.
That's her.
Dude, I got my Roomba. This is the second week in a row the Roomba got
Can
stuck
you get the
under
Roomba
couch.
off podcast schedule? That brings us to our sponsor, the Roomba, everybody.
I do love the idea that a regular size Latino woman is still a thick white lady.
Yeah, that's funny.
You gotta,
Yeah, the scale.
yeah, the scale. That's
Of
important.
course, the scale.
How long you guys been together for?
Been like 2.5 years now.
Nice.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
nice.
just moved in at Port Richmond. It's nice.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
how's that experience been?
Dude, I fucking love it.
Living together?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I thought I would be like, there's someone around all the time, but dude, it's so nice because I've just been. I went from living in my parents' basement to living in Center City, then East Kensington, then West Philly. Now with her in Port Richmond, and yeah, it's just probably kind of gay, but the most at home I felt like in Philly.
right.
Yeah.
It's why, especially like once you kind of like your late 20s, early 30s, and you're like living with a girlfriend, you're like, oh, this is like my place now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like a person.
Yeah.
Were you living alone before that?
Yeah, and I had a roommate in East Kensington.
Living alone is the best and worst thing at the same time. Like when
Yeah.
I lived in Hoboken, I was for a while living by myself, but in like a high rise of millions of other people. So you hear the noise of others, but none of the good parts of others. You know,
Yes.
like you just hear their lives happening while you're just not a part of anybody else's life.
Yes.
So it makes you feel more alone.
How high were you in the high rise?
I was 10th floor,
Okay.
so midway. I
Yeah.
was midway.
So you mostly I was on the 22nd floor when I was.
Oh
in
shit! So
Center
you
City.
could like that's the other thing.
So
Like,
you
I could-
only hear rapes
yeah, yeah,
because people are like, no.
yeah,
Like that's the only way you're hearing people.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't fucking hear. And the thing is, like, I was on the.
You got to be an ally and yell out the window, cut it out!
Yeah,
Stop.
Hey!
I don't like that.
That's a human being.
I see what you're doing!
Yeah, no,
I think I would hope that would stop one.
what? Yelling?
Yelling.
One maybe. It
You
would
better
stop
be
one.
quick, because I'm coming down. I got to catch the elevator, and then I got to figure out how to get to that part of the alley. But when I do, your ass is grass.
Stay where you are.
You piece of shit.
No, I did
I'm
hear.
coming, and you better not be.
Oh man, you're talking about ejaculation.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was going for.
Shit. I did hear rapes. I heard cat rapes when I was in New York. There was just a bunch of cat. There was this like heavily wooded area right outside, like not like as big as this room, and there was just like
That's
feral.
how big the wooded area is.
Yeah,
in New
yeah.
York. Yeah.
And there was just feral cat. I don't know how many there were, but they would just fuck all night, and they're raping. Like they're not cats. Don't like consent. It's not like a. There's no like wooing, like you know.
Cats don't light candles.
Yeah, cats like,
I
hey,
bet they would if they could.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have no clue who Marvin Gaye is.
No,
any of
no.
that shit. No pageantry.
But you wonder, right? You wonder if they,
Alvin Gay.
All right.
Alvin Gaye?
Meowvin.
Oh, Meowvin Gaye.
Okay, it was a stretch,
I'll give it to you.
but I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Okay. All right.
I
Moving
think
on, moving on.
we have to instill.
Luther Vandross. Same thing.
Yeah, we're structuring
Okay.
it. We're-
All right.
Yeah.
I think we
Definitely
might
not.
have to
Definitely
instill a tax.
Well-
If you go for them, there has to be a tax. If one, you either get a handshake or you pay a penalty.
You got to cut me with a knife.
Yeah, shit. Does it,
Yeah, we just rescued Kat when we were in West Philly. She was like less than 1 year old. We took her in. She like seemed like she needed help. And we took it to the nearby vet to get her checked out. His name was Dr. Lil Jon, which
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I thought was hilarious. And then it's so funny. He's like, yeah, the cat looks good. I'm like, okay. Like that kind of shit to my girlfriend. And she was like, shut the fuck up.
hell yeah.
And then, but he didn't say that. Yeah. And he didn't say that the cat was pregnant at all, which I think like you should like catch that for sure. But then we woke
You
up.
mean to
and,
tell me Dr. Lil Jon missed a very important part of the
Well,
checkup?
Dr. Lil Jon was the cat, right?
what?
Dr. Lil
No,
Jon.
that was the vet.
Oh, that was the best name.
Yeah.
I thought that was the cat's name.
He took the cat in and he's like, this cat needs shots.
Yes.
There you go. You're
There
back.
we go.
Yes.
We're back, baby.
Yeah. Put her
there.
We're back.
Great work. So the
Yeah,
cat's
that
pregnant.
guy's either from Ireland or Atlanta. I have no idea. But yeah, so at like 4 a.m., I just hear my girlfriend crying, and like there's just like a stillborn on the ground, just like a fucking dead cat.
Looking like Dobby from Harry Potter.
Yeah. Or like the what is it? Like the dead Voldemort in the train station.
Yes.
And then we went under the bed, and she was just pumping them out. We took care of these kittens for like 3 months, and then gave them away. But the mom cat is pretty cool. We're trying to get her to not be a fucking street cat anymore because she's still like foraging.
Does she have claws?
Yeah, she does. She's like tearing up the couch and shit.
Yeah.
We got to get her. I don't know what we got to
That's
do.
the ethical thing to do now, is to keep the claws.
I know.
Yeah.
What I mean.
I know.
And
Come on.
I know.
yeah, I'm trying to
judging
change her.
anybody.
It feels like kind of like roots-ish because like we named her Peaches now, and I feel like we took her from her homeland. So I'm like, what's your name? She's like, Kunta Kinte. I'm like, your name is Peaches. Get out of my chips. You
Damn.
are fucking Peaches.
Is she pissing everywhere?
No, she's actually good with that.
All right, that's good.
They just know for some reason.
Yeah.
fucking not
Some
my.
cats get it.
Maybe it's dude cats just mark their territory more. I don't know, but I thought chick cats did that. I don't know.
I had a bad cat growing up, and I still have nightmares where I'll just be walking and I'll step in a damp spot.
Oh, I thought you
Cat piss doesn't dry. It's just
and it smell like
yeah.
you will be that kid at school. Like I was that kid at school. I came from a good home, but I just would be the cat piss kid.
Oh, I
still.
smelled like Newport cigarettes and cat piss in elementary school.
People
for
still
sure.
talk about that then.
Yeah.
Like people are like, you remember Sean Preston? But dude, that could.
When I was like 22, I brought a girl home, and her friend came with her and hung out with like my friends downstairs. Like me and this girl were upstairs, and her friend barged into the room. She's like, "This place is disgusting. We're leaving." And she was, and I was like, "Damn, dude."
I mean, to be fair, I was at his old house. It was disgusting.
It
Yeah.
was not.
It was not a, yeah.
It was the smell and shit like that.
It was wild.
Yeah.
You
Well,
ever
give
see
me a-
Silence of the Lambs, like Buffalo Bill's house?
Yeah, damn.
It's
That
pretty
was my
close.
parents' house.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
You were that kid?
Yeah, I was.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I remember.
Now that I've been like on my own as an adult, I like look at it like, oh my fucking god, dude! How did I ever have a girl over?
Two, something's got to give.
Rob. Nice.
Excuse me.
Nice. But yeah, I remember, just because as you know, because most people grow up in like a somewhat tidy house because they're adults.
Yeah.
I remember like being a child and going over to like my friend's house. I was doing a science project with him, and his house was just in disarray. And I must have been like in 7th or 8th grade. I just remember being blown away, being like, "But grown-ups live here."
Right.
Like I don't understand.
I had a couple friends when I lived in
You have
Percy.
newspapers where the plates should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Wild to me.
Yeah, I had a friend in which now I like looking back on, his dad was definitely like doing meth or something. But this is when I lived in Percy, and his dad like lived in like an old farmhouse with a barn. No farm. Just a barn to put shit in.
Yeah.
And he had like a trash can in his room that he would piss in, and like real gross shit.
That's pretty hardcore
yeah.
lifestyle right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. that
How old
is.
was this boy?
We were like 7, 8.
And you would piss in a trash can?
Yeah.
I mean, as a 7-year-old, you're like, dude, I got the coolest situation.
Yeah, if you're if you're
I get to piss in a trash can.
if you're a
You
real
fucking-
bachelor,
You losers piss in like bathrooms. That you name it, piss wherever you want.
I could piss fucking anywhere.
I can piss anywhere. My dad doesn't get mad.
I
got infinity bathrooms. It's fucking crazy.
I had to grow out of like I moved out of my parents' house. I lived in New York, and I was a bad roommate because I just simply didn't understand. I was like, "What do you mean I have to go outside to smoke? Like I'll open up a window."
Yeah.
So I would just smoke in my office, which was a very small room, and they got annoyed by that pretty quick. And then when I lived in Doylestown, I lived with 2 other bartenders who were
Degenerates.
also degenerates, but I was somehow like I'd pee out my
Shit, sorry.
window. Like I pissed out my window more than I didn't piss out my window, I think.
You mean as time would have it?
Yeah, I would just
Like
be
the
like
mi-
drunk and I would just like put my dick out the window and piss out of it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like there's
that's
gutters right there. It's going somewhere.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
there is
true.
something free about that. Yeah, it's taken me a minute. I'm still not fully there yet, but like being an adult outside of living with your parents.
Yeah.
Because I lived with my parents till I was like 27, kind of late. And then like my mom would just be like, "Yeah, I'll do the laundry." I was like, "Yes, dude."
Yeah, it's
And
it's
then like
awesome.
And
plates
it's like
would
mom
disappear and
laundry.
shit.
Mom laundry. It's like better.
Mom laundry
It
hits
is.
different.
It does just
It really
hit.
does.
it does.
Because
Yeah.
it gets folded. Like laundry, my laundry, I'm just like, it's never folded. Like it's just in a ball.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
clean, but like,
Yeah.
you know, mom laundry. It's like this shit was. There's love here. There's care.
Absolutely.
Do you ever have like a sock or like a shirt
I've had a few.
that would be your designated like Jack shirt?
Oh yeah.
You know,
I was always a big tissue guy.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
never. I
Tissues?
never did tissues.
Yeah.
And
It just made more sense to me.
It does
It's
make
not-
more
but The
sense. It
material's
does make
not
more sense.
thick enough. Like I feel like it just breaks apart.
Yeah.
well, you take a couple.
Yeah, I know, but now you're just wasting tissues. I also got thick cum.
I got thick
cums.
Well, it's
dude.
got to get through
thick
that.
gelatinous
It's got to
ropes,
make its
dude.
way through that foreskin that you still have.
Yeah, dude, it's really got to push through.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only the
You
strongest
ever get a push
cum.
pop that's too frozen? You really got.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
No, but I remember like I would, but like if there was nothing around and I had a T-shirt, I would, bust in that, throw it under my bed. And then one time I came home, and like when I was in my 20s living with my parents, like if I was living with them, I was like, I'll do my own laundry. Please don't. Because also this was at the point where my mom was like on her, like loopy enough on her like pain meds that she would just, if I had a sweater, it was getting shrunk. She like would just wash everything on high heat and then dry everything on high heat. So it's just like, just don't, I got it.
Yeah.
But her maternal instinct, she's like, I got to do something for my boy. So I come home one day and there's like a laundry basket with my clothes in it. And I was like, what'd you do? She's like, oh, I did your laundry. I'm like, thank you. That's very nice of you.
Yeah. Did you?
And my
wash
Jack
your
shirt
hair?
is right on top, which means she like went under my bed and found just a meteorite, just a straight up,
Yeah.
and threw it in the bag.
Well, I have my girlfriend has 3 kids and they're like teenagers, so it is making me realize how little the adults in my life knew when, like, when you're a kid, I'm sure your mom knew that was a jack. I'm sure she
knew you were jacking. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying when she did that, I'm sure she got it. There's a chance she might not have.
Yeah.
Because what I'm saying is
there's a decent chance.
Yeah.
Like
She smelled it and was like, I miss your father.
that's my boy.
Still alive, by the way. Still alive.
Yeah.
Still together?
Still together.
Wow.
Still together. Still alive. Still
What about
together.
you? What do you got? You got 2?
The parents?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
T-
Still
together?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, still chilling.
You got 2, but they're divorced.
Yeah, they're super divorced.
And I got 1.
See, you kind of went through the white trash house like late in life.
Oh, dude, what an insane experience that was. I came from having money to having like nothing.
That's the worst way to go.
There was a
that
couple
way,
years
yeah.
at his mom's house where there was no carpet. There was just like the concrete foundation.
Oh yeah, well we didn't have the Doylestown house didn't have heat or central air.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Nothing.
That's right.
We'd just sit there. Yeah, I would stay over on Christmas and just be like cuddled under like a million blankets, just shaking like we used to have a yacht.
Did you guys used to have a yacht?
Yeah, 60-footer.
Damn.
Yeah.
60
Wait,
foot.
So
Yeah, that is
where
60
did all the
foot
money go in the divorce?
Just
To the
gone.
lawyers.
It just
Yeah.
disappears.
Wait,
Oh, dude, that's
really?
brutal.
Yeah.
Nobody's rich anymore?
No one has any money.
Whoa. Even your dad?
No.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, he's been on Social Security for a while.
Oh, he's got a lot of kids.
But yeah, it's all there's nothing.
Oh,
Yeah.
brother.
Like,
Yeah.
how much money was a lot of money? I mean, you had a yacht, so I can get.
I mean, we were making. I mean, if I had to guess my height, my dad was probably making like somewhere between 300 and 500 maybe.
okay.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah.
Which also in the neighborhood that I grew up in, like in Bucks County, like that's like pretty hard middle. That's like upper middle class. Like some of the, I mean, you know, Bucks County. I mean,
Yeah.
it is just like
I grew up in
it's like
Doylestown.
cartel mansions.
Yeah.
And they're all in like a fucking neighborhood looking at each other. Like it's like all those giant fucking McMansions.
They stare at each other all
Yeah.
day.
I found out how much money my parents had raising me and my sister. It is in fucking insane how long we lived in Bucks County.
Yeah.
Crazy. I think I make more money as a bartender because my mom was on Social Security the whole fucking
You
time.
got to factor in inflation, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, but like
Big
me
deal.
and Sherry, that's like me and Sherry buying a house in Doylestown.
Yeah.
Did you grow up
crazy.
money? You had money growing up?
It was like pretty solid, straight middle class, maybe touching upper, but in the town I grew up in, Voorhees, it was like there was a lot of money in it, and there was a lot of people who were kind of fake rich, like not fake rich, but they spent everything they had on bigger houses.
Right.
Yeah.
And my mom and my dad, like we just got a regular size house. It was nothing crazy. So they just saved everything. So we didn't really like worry about it.
Right.
Which
Right.
was,
Right.
I
Oh,
think, the
that's
move.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, which I think is like the point of money. Like I know some people are like, when I get a bunch of money, I'm gonna fucking ball out. I'm like, I'm not gonna do anything with it. I feel like the point of money is
just
to
gonna
not worry about money.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
That's what I'm learning now. I feel like I should have learned that a long time ago, so I wouldn't be having so many problems.
You
with
wouldn't
money.
have had. Nah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But now I'm like, oh, you're supposed to just have this.
I've never
Yeah.
made enough money that I would have had it if I did it better anyway. Like even if I saved it, I still wouldn't have any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was not like if you're making like no money, even if you're frugal, you're gonna end up with maybe an extra $1,000.
You know what's funny though? Now, I dated a girl. It was actually the girl from South Jersey.
Yeah.
Where she grew up, like kind of like
Did you
her
say
dad-
Marlton?
Yeah, Marlton.
Yeah.
So her dad like was working, and I don't even think her mom wasn't even a nurse yet. But he was like working his way up in the company. So like they grew up in like a townhouse, not a whole lot of money. And then like by the time she became a teenager, he was making fucking money.
Yeah.
And that's when like I started dating her like I guess a couple like years into him having money. So he's just like, we're going to Capitol Grill. So I would like
fucking
go out to dinners with them, and I'd be like, "I'll just get the chicken," and he's like, "Get a fucking steak, buddy." Like he was ready to rock. He was like having fun with it.
Damn, that's a cool girlfriend, Dad.
Yeah, dude.
Have
I
the
was
steak and plow my fucking daughter.
God, have a glass of wine.
Son.
Get her drunk. Underage drink with my daughter.
Yes, please.
Do weird shit in the basement. I finished. Finish in my finished basement.
Yes.
You little bitch.
Oh, I did.
The steak is rare, but the head is well done.
Yeah.
The steak is rare, but hit the pussy raw.
yeah.
Let's
There you
both
go.
fuck tonight. I fuck my wife, her mom.
Dude,
you fuck my daughter.
Her finished basement.
Generations of fucking.
We gotta both fuck tonight. Capital Grill in our bellies. Cum in their mouths.
I want her capital drilled. Come on, baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rob.
Yes. Rob. Woo. Dude, I will say she had.
What
the
is this,
best-
Texas? Because I'm getting no taxes, baby. Come on. Nah, I'll get one.
Her dad had the her
Drill, dude.
capital drill, dude. Capital drill, baby.
I'm trying to like fucking keep timestamps for my brother for clips.
Yeah.
And most of the time I'm just like, boom. And I'm like, I have to type in capital drilled, and I'm just like, that's gonna make me smile all fucking day.
Dude, her finished basement though was the like suburban upper class finished basement.
Dude, it had a pool
It
table.
it had a pool
Ping
table.
pong.
Heaven.
What was on the walls? Guess. What was on the walls?
Oh, framed band posters or movie posters?
Frame jerseys?
Framed jerseys, framed Dave Matthews posters, and then what else are we missing? Classic suburban.
Dartboard?
Singing
Dartboard?
wall bass. No.
Not that, but we're missing a big one.
Wait, give me a clue. A clue.
No. Wait, is it framed?
Take a clue.
It's a framed poster of what?
Philly.
Movie. We're getting hot. We're getting
Scarface.
Scarface.
Yeah.
The Sopranos. Every single idiot Italian movie. I
Hell
think
yeah.
there was. She might have had the one that's a collage of like Tony Soprano, Scarface,
Oh, where they're
and
all
like
sitting at the.
they're all
at the
playing
table.
like poker together.
But
It
when
was
I
so
noticed
sick.
the pattern of when white dudes get rich, they think they're mobsters.
Yes.
That-
Oh, dude, I love that shit. I love that shit. I met this dude one time. He was like, he thought like he was Scarface. It's like, bro, you do cocaine.
Yeah.
You do it. You
Yes.
have a coke problem, and you live in fucking Fort Lauderdale. That does not make you
That
fucking.
is my favorite type of suburban guy. It's like, what
Yeah.
do you do for a living? I work in construction. It's
Yeah,
like, no, but he
imports,
actually
exports.
literally works in construction.
Yeah, but you just work for the
He's
construction
a
company.
foreman.
Dude, people that try to convince themselves or to convince others that they're like connected to the mafia. It's like, first of all, it's not even cool. I don't know why you think that's cool.
Yeah.
But like,
I think that
you're
would
not.
be like the first rule of like being in the mob or mob adjacent, being like, yeah, I know a couple people. It's like,
Yeah. No, you don't.
no, you don't.
They would never
you're
say that.
supposed to not say that to normal people.
Unless now,
Yeah.
although now there's like this whole there's like mobster TikTok. Have you gotten on this?
No.
Like Joey Merlino is like the old boss in Philly.
Yeah.
He's like has a podcast. I think it's wild.
Oh,
And like,
is that the one with the one with the Andy Milonakis disease?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's called like the sit down or something.
I think
And
so.
so
I'm a mobster with a thyroid disorder.
yeah. Yo, but so what happens is on TikTok, these other mobs, like ex-mob guys, they all talk shit on TikTok at each other.
Could mobster TikTok be whip wop? No, I don't know. Is that taxable? It
No,
could be.
I like that
No,
one.
no,
I like that.
that-
I
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I like that. Anytime you say that, but it's wild because they'll just be like on their TikToks and fucking Tony Manziani's saying I ain't no real mobster, but I am. And then the guy's like, Joey thinks he's a mobster. He ain't like me. It's like you guys are fucking both nerds at this point.
And they have
Yeah.
Andy Milonakis disease?
No, the one guy does.
Oh.
The one
a
like
thyroid,
producer guy.
some sort
Yeah.
of.
I don't know what he's got.
Yeah, permanent child disease.
For permanent.
Dude, that's Andy Milonakis mobster is that's gonna be my note. Hey boss, what do you want me to do with him? Take him out back, put bologna in his left pocket.
You know, while you're at it, smear some cream cheese in that motherfucking gold lock. Don't call me a fucking peahead, all right? What do you think? I'm a fucking peahead?
Oh my god, dude! I haven't thought about Andy Milonakis. What a wild! Do you think that was the peak of television? The Andy Milonakis show?
MTV2?
Yeah.
Like Wonder Shows and an Andy Milonakis?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
it is.
Yeah, that shit had a huge influence on my sense of humor.
Really?
Yeah,
yeah.
The Wonder Shows and the clip of them at the 9/11 hole, like it was still gated off.
Yeah.
And they had it was the kid on the street. Oh, what was it called? Street Kids.
I forget.
And it had he's like interviewing a guy. fucking, what was the question? He was like, they asked something like, can you find, fuck, god damn it, I need to think of it. But it's just like, he's talking to this guy and he's just like, yeah, now that I'm looking at it, it's just, this is probably the worst thing I've ever seen. This might be the biggest single tragedy to ever happen on American soil, and I just can't stop thinking about all the families that lost somebody that day. And the kid just goes, that isn't very funny. And then it just like cut, like, so good, dude.
Damn. I love the man on the street shit. Like like those those TikTokers, or like I see it on Reels too, of those dudes just asking like drunk ladies what their body count is.
Yeah.
I love that
dude,
shit. Dude.
I saw them shooting it in Austin.
Oh, really?
On like 6th Street, and I got like starstruck a little bit. I have this like ultimate fantasy where they just put in one crazy question that really makes them think. Where they're just like, "What's your body count? Does size matter? Is free will an illusion?" And just watch them fucking freak out. Just blow their fucking mind.
I know a girl that was on one of those. Like she was like on a viral one of them.
Oh yeah.
She was from Philly, and like they asked her, I think what her body count is or whatever, and then she just shit on Philly, and then so Philly like Instagram and TikTok just had a field day with her ass.
Yeah.
But that's also the thing, like online Philly people, like it's like somebody that from like Doylestown that moved to Philly like 4 years ago. And they're like, yeah, we hurt people in this city, blah, blah, blah. It's like,
yeah.
I think most of like the loudest Philly people on TikTok are like
transplants.
The dorkiest dudes you've ever met.
See, dude, I feel the same way about a guy or a person who lived in like a medium-sized town and moved to LA, and now all they do is like take pictures with like in front of mirrors with like the neon sign in the back that's like "Live free, live forever" or some shit. I'm like, you're a fucking
It's the same thing with New York City.
Yeah.
You fucking stink.
It's the same thing with New York City. It's like everybody in there is like chasing a dream, and it's like, ugh, like fucking like
dude.
the loud people are the ones that are like, New York is the best city, and it's like, why? You don't believe that. You don't truly think that.
Yeah.
You don't think where you live is great. It's infested with mice and fucking rats. Well, because you can get Thai food at 4 a.m. Don't do that. Don't get Thai food at 4 a.m. It's bad for you.
Yeah, I feel
You're
that.
trying to justify why you love New York to you. It's not true. It fucking sucks.
I've said it before. New York is wild because if ever there's been a city in the continental United States that should have been humbled, it is New York City.
Yeah, I think they got
has not.
majorly humbled.
Majorly humbled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a major way. And it is still
it's
the worst people
It's
on
because
earth,
the
if you
people
ask
that live there aren't from there.
right. And when, especially when I'm in like the Manhattan area, when I see like all like the young like college kids walking around or like young professionals, I feel like everyone thinks their life is a movie.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No,
like-
everybody in New York is the main character, and that's the hardest.
And it's like then every time I'm in New York, it's like at some point in my time there, even if I'm there for an hour or 6 days, or when I live there, almost every day I'm like, less people should be here. Like, why do they keep coming here?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Did we ever think to not have this many people here? It sucks.
Yeah.
It's like,
Listen, expensive breakfast, but great cocaine.
Yeah, it is much better up there.
Dude, yes.
Yes.
more
Very
expensive
true.
though.
Yeah. What's up?
More expensive.
I mean, yeah, but you know.
So that's the thing. It's like, what?
Actually, no, it's not.
Well, I don't know.
I find that cocaine prices are pretty universal for the most part.
Do you guys still do coke?
No.
No, I haven't done coke in
Yeah.
quite
No, this
some
is-
time.
Seems scary now with the fentanyl shit.
Yeah, I got out right at the.
The last
right
time
at
I
the good
did
time.
it, fentanyl, and like, because I used to do it all the time, and then it would be like, every now and then,
Yeah.
And then you hit an age where you're like, you just feel. The last time I did, I just felt so silly.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I doing? I have a dog. Like, I'm responsible for something. And so, no, but like, I remember doing it.
It is funny to think of somebody being like super yacked out, putting food in their dog's bowl.
Yeah.
Like, like
Which I had to do.
It's
I
a
was like,
weird
I'm a
like Venn
fucking
diagram. Like,
But I did think about it as I was doing it. I was like, I really hope there's not fentanyl in here. I guess if there was fentanyl in here, I guess I'd be dead by now. But
is that how it works? It's instant death.
Not instant, but if I've been, I mean, when I was doing it, I would fucking do it. Yeah. So I feel like I would have.
Now, if I do cocaine, people are like, you want a line? I'm like, I'll get the second one. I watch everyone do a line, and I just sit there and watch.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No one else is dead.
You let them do a tester line?
No one is dead yet.
It's kind of fucked up.
I'm kind of a prude. When I see it around, I'm still like, drugs.
Yeah.
I've never done it.
Dude, that's what it was always like for me. And then the one time I did it, I'm like, I'm a fucking dangerous little dickhead, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking bad.
Well, have you done coke?
Never did it. I'm afraid of loving it.
I'm afraid of.
See, here's
a
the
lot
thing.
Of it. Yeah,
it's really hard not to love it.
Yeah, I heard it rules.
It
just
the
makes
best thing
you-
ever.
Yeah.
It just makes you think, wow, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But I also have I bet you it would instantly stop my heart. So that's what I'm scared of. Is the heart being like done, or that I love it. Coke would either ruin that night for me, or the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I would just love it too much, and then I would die younger than I was already gonna die.
What's the hardest drug you ever did?
I did like
Comedy.
painkillers.
Fucking comedy, baby.
Yeah.
Brother, hooked on laughs.
Hot dogs? No. Pills, painkillers, which I also thought was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I
Blue
think pills
guys.
for me too, but they were like prescribed.
Yeah.
I don't
love
know.
drinking, though.
Drinking is like the best thing on
Drinking
earth.
is
It's
so
my favorite
awesome.
shit.
You love it so much you can't do it anymore.
I mean, dude, I've been really thinking about
Returning?
No, just like consumption in general and how funny it is, like as you get older. Because like I stopped and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna continue. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just like, I gotta fucking take a long hiatus, right?
Yeah.
And you talk to some people, like I was talking to somebody the other day, and they haven't drank in like a while. And at first, I was just like we're both really like sharing stories. I'm like, yeah, I was just like, I wasn't getting drunk every night, but I was getting pretty housed, and I was just miserable and I wasn't taking care of myself. He's like, yeah, same. He's like, yeah, I wasn't like an every night drunk or whatever. And then like he was going on, he's like, yeah, and every now and then I just I'd black out a little bit. I'm like, oh. Very rarely would I black out, but when I did black out, I'd be pretty embarrassed. He's like, yeah, I'd always get myself into trouble. I'm like, yeah. And he's just like, yeah, I tore my mom's house apart, like broke all the plates, put a hole in the wall. I didn't remember anything. I beat the shit out of my uncle, and I was like, oh, well,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I rode a hang glider into an Israeli music festival. That was pretty fucked up.
But I think too, like, especially, I think a lot of it too is growing up. And because like I think about like my consumption as like in our 20s, right? Where it's like doing blow and partying until like 6 a.m, which is like fine when you're that age.
Yeah.
But the last time I did that in my 30s, I was like, I feel like an addict. Like
Yeah.
you feel dirty.
The hangovers get brutal. Like I around like 28, I'm like, damn, I can't like drink like
Dude,
I'm in a
just
sorority
wait.
That's when it
anymore.
happens.
Just wait.
I tell everyone, I'm like, drinking is now a 3-day event. I was drunk for 6 hours and I had fun for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
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 It's brutal. I stopped drinking during a podcast because I started showing my ass a little bit.
Yeah. Hell
You'd
yeah.
say dumb
God,
shit.
The worst thing is you think it helps,
Yeah.
and then eventually, like But my biggest thing is I'm too sentimental and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about my feelings too much. And in comedy, dude, it makes you feel retarded for having feelings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, there's
Dude,
no
don't
real
have
there's
feelings
no
in
real
comedy.
place for him.
Yeah,
Unless you're like Mike Birbiglia, he's figured it out, I guess.
Yes.
But
Yeah, the weird thing about comedy for me is like I fucks with all that shit. Like I love like Queer Eye and shit like that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm like, damn, none of them would fuck with me because I say like retard and stuff.
That's
on
how I
camera.
feel. That's exactly how I feel about Paul F. Tompkins.
Yeah, dude, I know
He
what
is
you mean.
like Paul F. Tompkins is like maybe in my top 3 like comedy like icons.
I don't know
and I'm
about
like,
that.
I don't think this man would like me,
He
and it
Yes.
bothers me.
that
I know exactly what you're talking
motherfucker,
about.
like, I don't know if he still drinks, but he's like a known drinker.
Yeah, I don't know him too well, but he seems like a classy drinker.
yeah.
He seems like have it on
had
the
a
rocks.
special in the 90s That was like kind of like a one-man show where he was drinking Guinness throughout the whole thing.
Oh,
and
okay.
he didn't think about it, like having to do 2 tapings. So by the second show, he had drank like 9 beers in the course of like 2 hours.
What do you mean
Yeah.
that you show your ass? Like in sentimental ways, say?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
yeah.
you literally meant you showed your ass.
No,
Like, yeah, been
that's
there,
what I
dude.
thought too.
No, I knew he didn't show his ass, but I thought maybe you would say a thing that you're like, ooh, shouldn't have said that. Because there's many different ways of saying things where you're like, ooh. Sometimes it's bad to say to get you in trouble, but then also to like sound corny or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I do the same thing. I'm like, I say corny shit sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But dude, I like being corny sometimes.
Dude,
You gotta let yourself be fucking corny.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
man.
You gotta let yourself be corny.
Do you
I
love
love-
like rom-coms and shit?
Oh yeah, dude. I love all that shit.
Dude, me too.
Every Christmas, I drink a bottle of wine and watch Love Actually.
that
Yeah.
was
The
my
hi-
fucking
It's
thing.
one of the highlights of my year. Do you do that too?
You guys
That's
should
been
kiss.
my thing.
You guys should kiss right now.
That has been my thing.
almost
since
there.
I was like 25.
Well, I mean, I've been doing it since 25, but the last at least 4 or 5 years, that's what I do.
Except every
Nice.
couple years I don't because I'm like I'm not drinking right now.
Yeah.
No, man, I love, like, dude, I will watch, like, if Sweet Home Alabama, like, we talk about how cable's so great because if it's on, you'll watch it, but you don't want to be the one to decide. Like, a movie like Sweet Home Alabama, I don't want to be the one that's like, go to a streaming site. How do I watch Sweet Home Alabama?
Yes.
But if it's on cable, I'll be like, what?
That's
Right,
one of
yeah,
my
go-
favorite things about hotels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
that's-
still
yeah.
have that system. Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, I agree. That shit is nice because I'll like look for movies for hours and just not pick something.
Right.
But once it's in front of me, once I watch something for like 20 minutes, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, movies are all,
I'm that way
for
with
the most
music,
part, they're
too.
good.
When we did
Yeah.
Wisecrackers, we were like, we got tuned up the first night and we were just dying in a hotel room. Indiana Jones was on
Ooh, yeah.
cable, which Indiana
yeah.
Jones is one of my favorite things in the world. And I forgot that, like, dude, having commercials where you have a designated time to like fuck around on your phone,
Yeah.
or like go to the bathroom, and then when it comes back up, you just put your phone back down. It's kind of fucking nice.
Yeah.
It's very
Shannon and I
man.
just got
Yeah.
Hulu cable
Ooh.
again.
Oh
That-
yeah, and then
it's
the
making me
ads
feel
are
like
like
a- yeah.
100 decibels louder.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But being in the financial situation I'd been in the past like year and a half, 2 years, I do feel like a fucking
Dude,
in a
I don't know.
different
You just
tax
keep
bracket.
like, you're like fucking taunting me with your penis. Like you just keep like moving back and forth towards me, closer and closer, inching it. I feel it feels warmer and warmer.
It's
The
like
heat-
Travolta on the massage table, just inching
Yeah,
up.
the heat finds its way to me. So I have to, demand. It's gotta respect me. So I do a little. Hey, you stay back there. You stay back there, Sean's penis. I don't care how perfect you are. I don't care how everybody says how perfect you are. That's up to me to decide. Sorry, go ahead.
I forget what I was talking
Yeah, I
about. You
know.
just completely fucking
I'm sorry. You were talking about
yeah. I'm-
Hulu ads.
Hulu
Or
ads.
cable.
Hulu ads.
cable.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a new tax bracket. Having,
Oh
like,
yeah.
it's not real cable, but it's like almost.
You
real
can watch
cable.
sports on it too. Live
Yeah.
sports.
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about this today.
The Super Bowl.
No, when you wash your asshole in the shower, do you wash your hands afterwards?
No, because that's the first thing.
See,
I
I'm not
watch.
going to say there's a wrong answer here.
It's the first thing I watch. So
I
then-
don't consider body wash an antibacterial.
I do, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But once I'm done with all my shit in the shower, one pump of the body wash
Yeah?
my hands.
Okay.
Because I usually brush my teeth after the shower.
Ooh.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, if it's not antibacterial, I've gotten a lot of people sick, my boy.
See, dude, that's what I was thinking because, like, I always get it. Like, I've been getting in there, but I was depressed for a while, and I wasn't maybe cleaning my butthole as well as I should have been. You ever just like catch a whiff of yourself? Like you're sitting on the toilet before you even poop. It just smells like a fucking reptile enclosure. You're like, ooh, I gotta get in there,
I mean,
buddy.
yeah, dude.
I've refused blowjobs because of my
Rank
You know how many
My-
girls I
my
think
rank, yeah.
just coming back from like an
I did
after
that.
hours bar
Yeah.
and like it must have been bad.
I mean, yeah, but
It must have been bad.
See, but that's different though, because if we're at the same location, Like because I've had a few like we're dancing till like 5 a.m.s and then I'm go home with a person.
Yeah.
If we're at the same location, then it's like we both know what we signed up for.
Yeah.
But like if I meet a girl after I just got done working a double on a Saturday night, it's like you didn't sign up for this.
Yeah. Sometimes you
Yeah.
sign up for
Like,
stinky crotch.
That's
and
what I'm saying. It's like you kind of have
I
to
will
think-
say stinky dick is better than stinky pussy. Because the idea of stinky innards, I don't like.
No, but
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, it's not.
But I think stinky dick comes from your butthole. I think that's a misnomer.
Wait,
I think you got a smelly butthole.
let's go back a little.
No, no,
Are,
no.
are
hold
you
up, hold
wiping
up.
back to front?
Or are you sticking your penis in your ass?
In my own butthole, yes. No. What I'm saying is, I think if a girl is down there and she's like, "Oh, his fucking dick smelled," I think it's probably your butthole smell wafting up to your
No,
penis.
that's
I
not
don't
how
think
that
so.
works.
I think it's like
I think-
sweat and
Yeah.
if you're
There's
if you're
still
a bigger
preference.
boy
the
like
penis
me,
is going to help. But I think I'd say a good 60% of the smell is coming from your butt.
Depends what. I don't know. I would imagine it depends what the smell is. If it smells
I'm no
like
doctor.
shit, if it smells like shit, human shit, I would hope it's from your butthole. If it's from your penis, if the tip of your penis smells like human shit,
I'll even take it a step further.
that means
I
your
think-
dick is fucking huge.
that means
I'm not saying it smells
I
like
don't-
human shit.
I
I'm
know.
saying- this is what I'm saying. I'm saying I even think sometimes when you're down there, you're going to work. Sometimes a little of that smell is her butthole.
yeah, okay.
You're not even thinking about it. You're not even
I-
considering that there's butthole because there's a pussy in your face.
No, you
You're
are.
like there might be some. There's got to. When you really think about it, you're like there's got to be the smell. All the smells I'm smelling right now, a decent amount of this has got to be butthole.
I think it's a part of the conversation for sure.
No, and I think
it's
we
a
all
conversation we're not
understand that.
having.
No. I think I agree with you, but I also
You ever eat butt?
like I'm not gonna fucking.
And
do
you're like,
that
oh, it really
right now.
doesn't taste like much. You know why it doesn't taste like much? Because it tastes like the rest of it, and the rest of it is, it's all butt. There's a lot. It's the butthole is right there. It's right.
I know,
there.
but I think we know that. It stares at us in the face.
This is your TED Talk. This is 100%
The power
I
of the
wanna
butthole,
see
dude.
You with a wireless mic headset.
yeah.
It's all the butthole. Hi, I'm Sean Best.
It's all the butthole, folks.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you're saying it all blends in. It's all one smell.
It's all one.
The hardest place to smell a book is a bookstore. You're saying.
That's true.
brother. Yes, you're
That's a
absolutely
very,
right.
that's a very, but you're also saying like if you're in the neighborhood of a sewage facility, you might not, but you still smell it even if you're 3 blocks away.
Look at this. The whole situation down there is a red blend.
It literally is a whole situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a whole situation, which is right.
Oh, it's a whole situation. Yeah. No,
Thank you.
you're right.
Put her there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay no tax on that but I did have to say it twice. So whatever.
Especially if it's Courtney Love's ass.
Oh hell yes,
Yes.
That's
yes.
what I like.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, all right,
Yes.
all right.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right, all right.
Is
I like
she
it.
still alive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. She's not gonna ever
She's
die.
Not gonna die.
Would you?
Would I what?
Would you?
Ben Courtney Love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean probably.
All right.
Yeah. I'd want to like make it.
Have you ever listened to Hole?
Listen. I mean,
Hole, her band.
No.
It's awesome.
Is it?
It's awesome.
Good for her.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Very good.
What was your band? Like what music did you make?
I was in a few. The one in South Jersey was called Hold Your Own. That was like very pop punk. Then I played guitar in a band called Reckless Serenade. That was like pretty pop punk. Like we did like Warped Tour and stuff. So it was like that kind of shit.
Oh shit.
And then I was in a band called Moonwalker, which was more like pop rock. I was in like a acoustic band called We Speak in Sounds, and then I did some solo stuff that was like more like popish.
Yeah. So you did Warped Tour.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like-
those are all perfect 2000s, 2010s, like pop punk band names.
Yeah, for sure.
You couldn't you had a writer's room come up with all of those band names.
Yeah.
Those are perfect band names.
What was Warped Tour like?
It was crazy. Our Warped Tour experience wasn't like most of the bands because we were probably the smallest band on the tour, and we got in through our agent, and she knew Kevin Lyman, who's the dude who ran Warped Tour.
Yeah.
So there was this tradition on Warped Tour called the barbecue band, where you got to play the whole tour, but you had to drive around this industrial-sized grill, and at the end of each night, cook for all the bands and staff. So that's what we did, and it was the craziest shit. It was like the best time of your life you never want to have again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where like the schedule for like 2.5 months was like going to the city that you're playing, work the lines, like promote what stage you're going to be on, get breakfast, play your set, go to the merch stand, sell some merch, then you break into teams. One goes to the nearest Costco, gets like hundreds of burgers, hundreds of dogs, hundreds of beers, all that shit. The other one's prepping the grill and getting all the shit ready. Then you cook for everyone. And that entire scenario was crazy.
Why? Because they would be they'd be drunk. They
were drunk, and it was just like the fastest you ever had to work because
You didn't even know you were making hot dogs for underage girls.
Yeah,
You didn't even know.
It was fucking nuts. And then
Some dude with
we
the
would
swoopy
clean-
haircuts is like, I'm gonna need like 6 hot dogs.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, that
I got
I got
females in the van right now,
I mean, Warped Tour got fucking ravaged by all that shit.
dude.
But yeah, we would then we would have to clean up the whole thing, then drive ourselves to the next city.
in your own car, kind of thing.
Yeah, in our own van. We had like a 15-passenger Ford van, and we took out the back seats and built like a bunk, so 3 dudes would sleep on top, and then dudes would sleep under it,
Hell
and then
yeah.
one on a bench, and then 2 dudes were up front. One was driving, the other one was there to make sure the other guy stayed awake. So yeah, we were operating on like 2 hours of sleep max, like for like 2.5 months.
Was it fun?
Yeah, it was.
Like, would you get
Really?
to drink with them? No.
Yeah, like every once in a while, it would get like rained out or something, and we could party. But at that point, you were kind of choosing between like partying and sleeping, or showering. So it was like a lot of fun. It was like one of the most unique, crazy experiences ever. But I was like 25 when I did that, and now like at 30, I don't think I could do that. It was just so crazy. But
Hell yeah. So you were out for 2 straight months.
yeah,
Didn't come home for 2 straight months.
no.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, I'm very glad I did it.
And who were some of the bands when you were on it?
Good Charlotte, Sum 41, Yellow Card, Less Than Jake, Real Big Fish. Issues was one that I thought was cool.
Do you have any weird run-ins with like any famous band people, like musicians?
I fingered Haley from Paramore.
Oh, brother, I wish.
They pretty cool to you?
Everyone was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I met Jeffree Star.
Oh Jesus, I hear he's not good.
Yeah, it was Jeffree Star and Kevin Lyman, and I gave Jeffree like a burger, and Kevin was like, "Yo, tip the man." And he was like, "Okay," and they just gave me $5. I was like, "Yo, nice."
Nice.
Yeah.
You might have been you're the first person Jeffree Star's ever tipped, probably.
Yeah. He had like the makeup line or some shit. I don't know. That whole scene was so weird. That made me like kind of stop doing that shit
Yeah.
because it was. I don't know. I felt that the scene was a lot of the same stuff, and it kind of became disingenuous, where it was kind of the faux self-help shit,
Yeah.
where it was like 30-year-old dudes like appealing to teenagers. And I thought that shit was the best when I first got into the scene, but then it started to feel weird.
Yeah.
And you would see like the dudes be like, "It's okay to not be okay," like all that shit on stage, and then they would be backstage and like, "Faggot."
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, this is weird.
It's always those guys that are also have 15-year-old girls in their tour bus and shit like that too.
Yeah, I didn't hit that level of access, but I've heard about it.
So you would stay, well, you would essentially stay on your in your van.
Yeah,
Would they be in a different area than you, like in hotels and shit?
the bigger bands.
Yeah.
They all stayed in buses.
Right.
There was like a bus section and then like van section, and then everyone would just chill in their vans because they could afford to just keep them on with the AC all day.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what they did.
And then you literally had to take a big ass grill.
Yeah,
Like
we had
hitched to your van?
industrial sized grill that was hitched to the van. It was crazy. It was like almost the size of the van.
Damn.
And
Are you sure they didn't make up this tradition?
Nah, it's
The guy
there's
from
like a
Sub
Warped
40s
Tour.
ones. He's like, "Yo, welcome to Warped Tour. So you guys are going to be the hot dog burger guys. So every single show, you're going to go get a bunch of hot dogs and burgers. You're going to make everybody in the lineup hot dogs and burgers and beers.
Yeah, and you're doing this because no one knows you at all.
All right, should we do?
Yes.
Let's do plugs.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have anything to plug?
Yeah, man, check out Durag and The Deertag, and get on the Patreon, baby. Patreon.com/Durag and The Deertag.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll be opening for Tim Butterly in Connecticut, Boston, and Indianapolis. Go to timbutterly.com for those dates.
Hell yeah.
And at the Attention Horse on Instagram.
Fuck
And
yeah, dude.
That's it, man. Thanks
Go
for having
see
me
Rob
on.
do stand up. Very funny.
Thank you.
Extremely funny. Do we have anything?
Yeah, dude, come see the boys on the 24th.
24th.
February 21st.
Steel
29th.
Stacks.
Steel Stacks, February 29th, the Emmaus
29th.
Theater.
Yep, Emmaus Theater. Those are the two ones. And March 8th. In Lidditz, we will be at Mickey's Black Box.
That's right.
Comedy Mecca, Lilith's, Pennsylvania, dude.
We're going to have that guy on.
We're gonna have fun.
It's actually, well, we won't get into it now, but it's a cool spot. It's like where all the big national acts of like music like practice.
That's like a big rehearsal space
Cool.
for
Hell
shows.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, that's and they stage the shows with like lights and all their final show like fucking Madonna goes like the big fucking shows, and they use the Mickey's Black Box, I guess, as the one of the stages.
Nice.
Okay. Well, sick.
So we'll be doing Suck there. We'll be talking about our little peepees, in the same place that Madonna did whatever fucking bullshit songs she does. So
Yeah, that's cool.
Other than that, rate, review, subscribe,
share,
All right.
Yeah.
We love
talk
you guys.
shit. All right. Good night.
Night moves.
Night moves, night moves.
Night moves.